Hi, hello. Good evening, everyone. I know this is sort of a late video, and I haven't been live for quite a while. I mean, I've been so busy dealing with work and also dealing with uni, as most of you know that I've got uni, I've got work, and and I'm also writing my second book. But I felt compelled to come on today, being that it's Mental Health Awareness Week as well, and also I will actually very soon try to get my blogging back on point, and as I used to blog once a week at least. I've got some messages from you guys that you say you miss my blogging, you miss my discussions, you miss my radio show that we used to do with Miss Yvette. Actually, there's some, reconstruction going on with the radio show. But anyway, we will be starting back the radio show very soon. At the moment, I'm just concentrating on just really finishing a part of my education for 2020, and then after that I'll be blogging once a week now and then, but radio show and stuff like that, I'll be doing a few interviews though on radio, but I don't think I can be fully committed to any particular show in particular. But anyway, my reason for coming on tonight is that it's Mental Health Awareness Week. I've just come back from actually counseling one of my friends. So I felt compelled that I need to come on and share this message with one of you guys. Actually, hi Dennis, how are you? I need to come on today. I felt compelled tonight to come on basically to share this with you, because I've just finished counseling one of my friends, as I've just said. So one of my friends calls me. She's in a panic. She's like, oh my God, Caroline, I don't believe I can make it. I've done so much for this particular man, this and that. He said this and that about me. He said I'm this. I'm not the kind of person that he would thought I would be, and he's about to leave me and things like that. She was like hysterical. It's like she was in a panic. So I went down there and I decided to go and counsel her. She was just losing her mind. I said, listen, in life you should never ever let anyone tell you who you are, because as you are an entity and you're still a revolving or evolving human being, you can change tomorrow. Anything can change tomorrow, and the Most High can change the situation within 1 minute. So you should never let no human being tell you who you are, what you're going to be, whether it's in a minute, hour, or a second. Because what happens is, as human beings, as you all know, I wrote a book about identity, knowing who you are, like identity from a psychological perspective. As a person who is identity, hi, how are you? Is it Rabina? Chigozi, nice to see you. Nice to see you here. So basically, as I'm talking about my friend who I had to counsel, to go and give a counseling today, because she was going hysterical because her partner told her that she's nothing. Literally, actually, basically that she's nothing, or that he's got some stuff that he doesn't like about her. So as I was saying before, we are all human beings that revolve and change every minute. Know who you are, your identity. Never let nobody tell you who you are, because as a human being and as an entity, tomorrow or next week you can become something else, either for the good or for the better. So most importantly of all is how you, as a human being, you think of yourself. Because if you think of yourself a certain way, no man or no human being can come in your mind and identify who you are. The only identity that can identify who you are or can hold you as to know who you are is your heritage, where you come from. You understand? Your heritage is the only thing that you will never choose in life, what you will be. Your DNA is something that you don't choose. But to identify yourself in different social surroundings or with different human beings, That takes a choice. And people need to stop giving people their emotional attachment so easily. Like, don't give people your emotional access so easily, that those that don't even deserve it. Because before you actually give someone your emotional access, you should assess the person that's talking to you or that's telling you this is what you are. Because me, as Caroline, don't let nobody or anybody, my partner, whoever you are, if you're going to come with negativity to me and my life, you're not going to tell me who I am. If you're going to do that, it's not going to break me. I'd rather you advise me, but in terms of you coming in a negative way or being conniving, you do not have that power over me. So a lot of women and men fell prey in relationship to identify who they are. They let another person identify them. And this is one of the chapters that I wrote in my book, identities, relationship identities, how you can identify yourself in a relationship. Because some people your partner can choose to identify you if you're not conscious of it. And a lot of people, men or women, try to please their partner by identifying themselves a certain way, or even your social surroundings. Like for me personally, whatever situation or decision that I choose or character that I choose to play in the social surrounding, I take responsibility for it. You understand? Even if it's a situation where someone says, "Oh, look how you do, look how you look, or look how you're talking." No, because tomorrow I know I've got different human beings have different personalities according to different social environment and according to different substance or things that they're taking at that time. When you see me in court, you will not believe that it's the Caroline who's a normal person or down to earth. You understand? I represent people in court sometimes as a Mackenzie friend at law. But when you see me representing people in court, you wouldn't believe that this is me, because it's like you're role playing. It's a role play in certain environment. But what I've realized, like people in Africa, like in European countries, and I write this in my book, it's different. People in Europe, you can find a doctor, a lawyer, a MP on the train. You can find a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an MP in the club, and they will act like their normal selves. But when you go to countries like Africa, certain countries, a doctor is still a doctor in the club. They will say, "Oh, doctor, this and that is coming in the club," or "This musician is coming in the club." No. Unless you're performing there, you don't need to put on the character of your work attire, because people need to know how to identify themselves in different environmental circumstances and surroundings and with different human beings. Understand? But your character is something that you should never let no one mold easily, and you should never give people easy access to your character. This is where people start getting bipolar, people start getting mental health, people start getting eating disorders, because someone has told you you're fat or someone's told you you're skinny. You understand? And who are they? Where are they? Who are they to actually identify who you are? You understand me? So, and this also goes with culture, because different cultures like different things. Like, for what I know, my research in my book that I've done, people in Africa, men in Africa, like big, fallacious women, or they like curvaceous women. European men, they like slim and tender or mediumish women. You understand? And that's the cultures. And same thing with sort of women. Women in Africa, they say the bigger the man or the chiefs or whatever, the more money they've got. So they like those kind of things. So it's also cultural differences. There's a lot of things that make a person identify themselves with a certain particular thought or a certain particular belief. These are called cognitive core beliefs. But when you let someone get into your mindset and your cognitive core belief of who you are, and it's like they alter something out of your spirit. You're giving them permission to tell you who they are when they themselves can change tomorrow. When they themselves, even not even within a minute can change, because everyone's subjected to human error. No one's perfect. But anyway, I just felt compelled to come on today, this evening, to just let people know who you are. You are a revolving and evolving person. Every time you revolve and evolve, right? Know that you can change whatever situation and condition you are. You are able to change. Do not let people mold you into something that you are not, or actually tell you that you are this when you know who you are, just because of a certain situation that they've seen you in, or a certain environment. Usually, oftentimes, those people that are telling you those things, they have also got issues themselves in that regard. Or they're also putting on a mask or a facial mask for so that other people cannot see. So therefore, they're keeping up appearances. But usually, if you're being your authentic self and you know how to express your emotions at that time or a certain time, whatever emotions that you express or how you express yourself, it is valuable to you, to your growth and who you are. So yes, sort of like this is what is happening in different environment and different cultures. People let people tell them who they are, but if you know how to identify who you are, it takes a process. It took me a while to identify who I am as a person, and as a person in different environments. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of self-knowledge. It takes a lot of meditation. It takes a lot of just sinking out different things that are not supposed to be a part of you. Just zeroing into you as an individual, you as a person. Understand? So, I mean, those of you that have not got my book, my first book, Challenges of Identity, a Psychological Perspective. My book is on Amazon. You can get the book. I talk about all of these social, environment, cultural differences, relationship identities, how you identify yourselves, people that can manipulate you in different things and different scenarios. I talk about all of this in my book. And also, my second book is coming out 2019. It's a second series to the first book. So yeah, thank you for listening. Share this video for people that need it. But being the Mental Health Awareness Week, I will be blogging a bit more about different things, eating disorders, psychosis. I'm going to talk about schizophrenia, anxiety and panic attacks and things like that. So yeah, good night.